Inside Bill Gates' $145 million mansion, Xanadu 2.0. Have you ever wondered who is the richest person on this planet, in this world, or in this universe? Well, we have loads on people who make millions every day. One of these exclusive people is Bill Gates, and today we will talk about his $145 million mansion, Xanadu 2.0. Ever wonder what Bill Gates' house looks like? Let's get started. From the sand that is imported yearly for the beach from the Caribbean islands, to the 6-meter-high trampoline room. The luxurious house was constructed at a cost of $63 million and took 7 years to be built. Naturally, the mansion is a technological masterpiece that contains many features which will indeed grab your attention. Would you expect less of Gates? It took 500 Douglas fir trees to create the house, with hundreds of workers busy building it. This one single house measures an astonishing 66,000 square feet. The Bill Gates house, called Xanadu 2.0, is spread across 66,000 square feet and contains a collection of rare manuscripts, one of which is written by Leonardo DaVinci, and it alone is worth $8 million. Xanadu 2.0 was built using 500,000 wood logs, and if sold today, it will earn Gates over $145 million. $65 million is an exorbitant amount of money, to the point where one would think making a profit on the house simply would not be possible. And yet, in 2017, the Kings County Department of Assessments valued the mansion at $127.484 million. Yes, Gates has doubled the value on that mansion, and when you see what's inside, you'll very quickly see how. Natural surroundings to reduce hit. Xanadu 2.0 is an earth-sheltered house, meaning that it's built into its surroundings to regulate temperature more efficiently. A high-tech sensor system helps guests monitor a room's climate and lighting. When guests arrive, they're given a pin that interacts with sensors located all over the house. Guests enter their temperature and lighting preferences, so that the settings change as they move throughout the home. Speakers hidden behind wallpaper allow music to follow you from room to room. 500,000 board feet of lumber was needed to complete the project. The house is built with 500-year-old Douglas fir trees, and 300 construction workers labored on the home, 100 of whom were electricians. High-tech mansion. The grandfather of modern computer technology. It's no wonder that Bill Gates' mansion has incredibly futuristic technology, the kind of tech they would put in a movie, specifically to indicate that the person who owns this house is very rich. Using sensors and wearable technology, guests at Xanadu 2.0 are able to change the lighting, music, and temperature in a room. This works with the help of an electronic pin that is placed on the guest's clothes when they enter the house. Rotational artwork. The artwork on the walls can be changed with just the touch of a button. Situated around the house are $80,000 worth of computer screens. Anyone can make the screens display their favorite paintings or photographs, which are stored on devices worth $150,000. Pool with underwater music system. The 60-foot pool is in its own separate 3,900 square foot building, the large brown building in the photo above. People in the pool can swim underneath a glass wall to come up to a terrace on the outside. There's also a locker room with 4 showers and 2 baths. Trampoline room. No word on how big the trampoline is, but we can imagine it would be a fun alternative to your standard exercise routine. The exercise facilities total 2,500 square feet and also include a sauna, steam room, and separate men and women's locker rooms. Gates' favorite maple tree. He reportedly became fond of a 40-year-old maple tree that grew close to the home's driveway. It's monitored by computer, and if at any point it becomes too dry, water is automatically pumped into it. Gates is a favorite tree, and it's monitored electronically 24 hours a day. Isn't that cool? Reception hall and bathrooms. An enormous reception hall can accommodate up to 200 guests. The 2,300 square foot hall could seat up to 150 people for a dinner party, or 200 people standing up at a cocktail event. A 6-foot wide limestone fireplace dominates one wall, while another wall has a 22-foot wide video screen. The house has 24 bathrooms, 10 of which are full baths. The bathrooms would definitely be useful if Gates were throwing such a big party. Otherwise, it seems a little over the top. Bedrooms. The house got only 7 bedrooms. That sounds a bit weird regarding the massive area of the estate. But then, what could Gates use 30 bedrooms for? Library full of books. The 2,100 square foot library has a dome roof and 2 secret bookcases, including one that reveals a hidden bar. On the ceiling, you'll find a quote from The Great Gatsby that reads, "He had come a long way to this blue lawn, and his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it." The library is also home to the Codex Leicester, a 16th century Leonardo DaVinci manuscript that Gates bought at auction for $30.8 million in 1994. Garages. There are several different garages at different points around the property. The most interesting one, however, is an underground cave made out of concrete and stainless steel. That garage alone can park 10 cars. Some of the concrete was purposely broken to give it a rough, deconstructivist look. Altogether, Gates' garages can accommodate up to 23 cars. Gates himself is a noted car nut. He says his first big splurge after Microsoft made it big was a Porsche 911, the extravagant guest house. The guest house is just as high-tech as the main house. The 1,900 square foot guest house was the first building to be completed on the property. The house, which has its own bedroom and bathroom, was meant to be a test of the technology that would eventually be used in the main house. Gates wrote much of The Road Ahead, his 1995 nonfiction book on the future of tech, at this guest house. An artificial stream. An artificial stream is kept stocked with fish. The stream and wetland estuary were created to solve any problems with runoff that the property's large walls might have created. The water is kept stocked with salmon and sea-run cutthroat trout. Xanadu 2.0 is so large that there is concern about the runoff its retaining walls could potentially cause. Gates' solution? Place an artificial stream with water on the premises. It's not just there for convenience or aesthetic value. The stream is actually filled with salmon, as well as sea-run cutthroat trout. You have to pay a handsome amount to view it. Microsoft holds an auction each year, where employees donate products and services to be bid on. Proceeds go to the company's charitable fund. Gates has donated private tours of Xanadu 2.0 in the past. According to the Puget Sound Business Journal, a Microsoft employee once won the tour with a bid of $35,000. Bottom line, well, if you're Warren Buffett, you hoard a lot of it and continue to live in an old house. But Bill Gates isn't Warren Buffett. He did what any of us would likely do in that position. Create the kind of house a cartoon billionaire would make. Bill Gates' house is so massive, it has its own Wikipedia page. It's named Xanadu 2.0 in honor of Xanadu, the fictional mansion of the protagonist in Citizen Kane, a film that is entirely about how money and possessions were unable to make a tycoon happy. Make of that what you will. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification whenever we post a new video.